Hi folks, just want to say thank you very much for bearing with us, particularly those constituents that are contacting us. Normally at the best of times we receive hundreds of emails every day, so you can only imagine with the outbreak of coronavirus that the inbox at the moment is absolutely exploding, and I can assure you that we are working round the clock to try and reply to as many of your inquiries as possible, but it's really helpful if you can put your name, your address and your phone number on the emails, particularly your address, which just helps us clarify whether or not you're a constituent, because you'll understand that I want to prioritise responding to people in Glasgow East first and foremost, so that's really helpful for the triaging process. I thought it would be helpful just to give you a quick update on where we're at on some of the issues relating to the outbreak of COVID-19 and how you're responding to it, and some of the concerns that you're raising. Firstly on PPE, and also testing as well for frontline workers in the health service and the care service. I've raised this with the health board and the authorities and impressed upon them the need to get more action on this, to reassure people. I know it's a massive concern that you've got at the moment. Secondly, on repatriation, we've now got constituents home from Peru and New Zealand, and we've still got outstanding cases in Australia and the Philippines as well, so we continue to push the Foreign Office on that. On the issue of self-employed people, the package that was announced last week just does not go far enough, so we're continuing to press the UK government to look at more support for people that are self-employed, particularly those who don't meet the criteria for the scheme outlined by the Chancellor last week, so we'll continue to press on that as well. There's other concerns around universal credit, recourse to public funds, and a whole host of other areas around the periphery of coronavirus as well, so please, if you've got any concerns in specific cases, contact me and we'll do our best to take that up with the government on your behalf. The final thing I just want to say is a massive thank you. Firstly, thank you as always to our NHS staff, whether that's the doctors, the nurses, the caterers, the cleaners, all those that are turning up to work to look after people in very difficult circumstances. But further to that, I want to say a particular thanks to those that work in care homes. Over the course of this week and last week, I've been speaking to a number of managers at care homes right across the East End, and I think sometimes because they're out of sight, they're out of mind, but it's worth remembering that care home workers are equally working with vulnerable individuals. They themselves are kind of subject to quite a lot of restrictions as well, so thank you to all of them who continue to put themselves at risk in that regard as well. My final and perhaps most important thanks goes to all of you who are sticking to the rules and the guidance issued by the NHS. I know that the current lockdown is incredibly cumbersome. Most of us are getting cabin fever and working from home as well, and struggling a bit with the kind of restrictions, but it is for our own good, and I know it's making a difference, so please stick with it. Stay at home, protect the NHS and save lives, and if we can all do that, then we'll get out of this a lot quicker than we would if we don't stick to the guidance. So thank you very much for being with us, and please stay safe and take care.